Hey, what's going on, CoinOpTV subscribers? Robert Welkner here. Just wanted to make a short video talking about Harry Potter Wizards Unite. This is the brand new AR video game from Niantic. It's on the iOS and Android. It's free to play. It's from the company that made Ingress and Pokemon Go. I was addicted to Pokemon Go for the first few months when it launched, and now I'm addicted to Wizards Unite. And I just wanted to kind of make a quick video talking about my impressions, my pros and cons, my thoughts so far, and also I got some tips to share as well. And I'm hoping that if you watch this video and you have some tips, that you share them in the comments below. And if you guys are brand new, please like, favorite, subscribe, hit the bell icon, all those fun things that you got to do on YouTube now. So I got my notes over here. So Harry Potter Wizards Unite, been playing it for a few days now. I'm level 12. I've been grinding. I haven't been going hardcore grinding, but every time I take my dog for a walk, I got my phone out and I'm kind of swiping, doing some magic. And when I'm hanging out with my buddy going to lunch, I've been going into some fortresses and trying to do some battle there. So I'm enjoying the game overall. It's fun. As far as Harry Potter goes, I've seen all the movies and I've read the first book years and years ago. And I guess I would say, like, I am a moderate Harry Potter fan. I know some of the characters and some of the story and retained some of the overall stuff that's happening, but I couldn't tell you all the nuances and the spells and each of the characters and things like that. So when I come into the game and it unlocks certain things, sometimes it's kind of new and fun for me to kind of explore this. If you've never played or never seen Harry Potter movies or books or anything like that, it's a fun game by itself. If you are a Harry Potter fan and you like that world, then it just really enhances the experience, the enjoyable experience. So with that out of the way, here's some pros and cons. So pros first: graphics, sound, being in the Harry Potter world, like I was just talking about, is really fun. It sort of takes you a little bit out of the minutia of boring life in LA or school or work or things like that, and gives you a little distraction, a little something else to do with some cool graphics and some sounds and animation. So that's kind of cool. I like that the casting is very interactive. And it gives you, it's like with Pokemon Go, you kind of did a little spin and then a flick and stuff like that. And that got very repetitive after a short time. But in this, you have to do like a Z formation, little circles, little E shapes and Z's and all different kind of shapes. I feel like there's been about 20 or 30 so far that I've encountered. So I like that there's a variety. And it's interactive, and then of course the big thing, much like Pokemon Go, is it pushes you to walk around, stretch your legs, interact with the real world around you. So that's great. If you're like me and you're in front of a computer or TV or movie theater or something like that a lot, it's nice to have these kind of things that will encourage you to kind of get out and stretch your legs and see the environment. I hope that wherever you live is in a nice part with a nice part of town with also nice weather, so that you can sort of experience these things as well. Let's see. Another pro that I have is collecting things. It's just as fun. I'm a collector person. I'm a loot boxer type, free loot boxer type, and collecting things is always kind of fun in video games. And also bragging rights. You can kind of, tell your friends or post pictures online. I've been posting on my Instagram some pictures from my experience so far and some stories from playing Wizards Unite and kind of sharing with you guys out there. So that's kind of cool. Collecting things, bragging rights. All right, so here's my cons. These are my Harry Potter Wizards Unite's cons. I just kind of wrote a few down. I mean, the game is just launched. It's been in beta and now it's launched. And it's going to sort of change and evolve over time. So maybe these are some things that kind of will be tweaked. But the first thing that's a big headache is you run out of space very quick and very easily. I mean, you run out of space to store your magic energy, your ingredients, your potions. Pretty much everything that you have in your vaults there, you run out of space pretty quickly, and sometimes it's kind of hard to use the stuff up fast, so it just kind of sits there and you gotta like dump things out, and it seems weird to collect stuff only to dump it just to make space. But and then the other thing that kind of piggybacks on this is because you run out of space early, the app and the game keeps trying to get you to spend real world money. It kind of says, hey, if you want this, spend some coins. Oh, if you don't have those coins, you can use some real money. And that's a concern because, hey, this is a free game and I know that they want to make money, but it feels like they're really forcing you to spend money, you know, very quickly. So that's a concern. A big con also is, man, it is very confusing. Like, the game does not hold your hand at all. And if you've never played Pokemon Go at all and you jump into this, you're probably completely lost. So I would have liked a little more of a better tutorial, or a smaller environment, or smaller things, just maybe for the first few levels, very specific. You know, in the beginning, I'll say, hey, tap this and tap that and stuff, but you have no idea what anything does, what specific potions do. I mean, there's a lot to read and absorb. If you're a younger gamer, younger player, there's a lot to read and absorb. You might have to sort of ask somebody older than you to kind of explain some of these things. And even little things like, you know, prestiging and leveling up like that, and some of the spells to unlock, I'm still sort of scratching my head and sort of a little confused on. So I've been going online, looking on Googling things and watching other YouTubers kind of make some videos about that. So that's kind of where I am now. It's kind of like this, hey, this brand new, fresh thing that we all have to figure out together. And you know, I'm not hating on that, but I do think that that's a con. Also, a third con is it's hard to do things fast. Like when you're in a battle and you win and you want to get to like another battle because you see, you know, another glowing orb there on the screen. It's hard to kind of get out of that screen and exit out of that and into the next battle, because there's this like extensive little scrolling message window that pops up. You can kind of tap that to get it to move forward, and then hit the X. But sometimes things will leave and you'll be like, oh no, I want to get back onto the map screen there. So that's a con there. I hope that they kind of tweak that so that you know, when you get sort of a new Confondable, something like that, you don't have to go place the image in the vault, the registry. You can just you know, tap out and then get back to the map so you can do some more fighting, especially because sometimes you'll be in an area where there might be like 6 or 7 things around you, and you just want to grab, you know, ingredients and get into the fighting, maybe into the inns or the greenhouse or something really quickly, so you don't want to get kind of caught up in the menu. So I hope that they kind of tweak that a little bit. So all right, so here's the fun part of my video, some of the tips sections, and I still feel like I'm a noob at this, so forgive me if my tips aren't like, you know, level 20 and awesomeness and stuff. But I do want to give a shout out to a YouTuber. I've been watching his channel, Lumos from the Philippines. He's got some great tips on his YouTube channel. I'll put a link to his channel in my description box below so you can check it out. And I've been watching about 10 of his videos, and man, the dude is like really in deep, you know, with his tips and things like that. Also, I should say another con, one more con, is that unlike Pokemon Go, Wizards Unite doesn't feel quite as popular. I'm not seeing people walking around playing it. You know, when I do a fortress, if I'm not with my buddy Mike, it's just me. And I don't know if the marketing or something, you know, I know Pokemon is just a bigger name than Harry Potter, but I kind of hope that maybe there's a little bit of a draw, a little bit of interest that kind of, you know, starts growing soon, quickly, as the game evolves, so that we can sort of get some more people sort of involved in running around. So, all right, so here's the tips. We got just a few. I just kind of wrote down, just want to make a short video. So before you go into a fortress battle, fortresses are where you sort of want to get, you know, grind some XP. You fight like numerous bosses, and you can go in there with a friend, and you can do kind of like different little levels, and you use your runes there to sort of unlock those. So the fortresses are kind of really fun. This is kind of similar to like gyms in Pokemon Go there. But before you go into a fortress battle, make sure you have space in your inventory. Clear out and make some room in your ingredients, your potions, your seeds and things like that, so that if you do get anything fun in there, your inventory is not sort of full. Also, here's a big tip, and Lumos is the guy who told me about this. Make sure you drink some, or make sure you have, and then you drink some of the Barufio's Brain Elixir Potion, because that will give you the extra double XP, and you can use that in the fortresses and also when you unlock the port keys and stuff. So that's like tip 1. And then tip 2 is when you're done with the fortresses, if you have some of your port keys that are available to open up, hopefully you've still got some of the Barufio potion still active. It'll show you in the little menu, because I think you got about 30 minutes or so. Open up those port keys while you have that Barufio, because you can get extra XP inside of there. I think, as far as we know, that's the 2 areas in the fortress battles And the port keys, when you open those up, you can sort of double your XP. So use your Brufio Brain Accelerator Potion in there. And a couple more tips: when you go into an inn and you want to get out quickly and not see sort of the animation, you can actually swipe, and then as the animation is started, you can hit the X and sort of jump out quickly, and you'll still collect the stuff that's inside, the ingredients and stuff that's inside. So it'll get rid of the animation faster. You can get back on your map and start, chasing down some confoundables and things like that. Finally, another one is just kind of concentrate and practice your tracing. Try not to get sloppy. When I'm walking my dog, I've got my leash here and my phone here, and I'm swiping, and my puppy Scout will sort of like pull my hand and make my traces. Very sloppy, and I'm noticing a big difference between the sloppy traces and the good traces when I'm just by myself. Practice your tracing and spell casting. The better you get at the magic and the casting, the easier it is to land critical hits, and those are very important when a fortress battle, because then the critical hits will make things kind of move along a little faster, and you don't have to use so many health potions and things like that. And you can also apparently save energy by casting well. That I haven't really seen proof of, but that's what people are sort of saying, that if you do like Masterful or Great or something, it won't use the energy. So I haven't really seen that in person. So there it is, just a few notes and information there. If you want to friend me or something like that, let me know. Maybe I'll put my friend code in the comments in the description below. I've only got about like 10 friends, and you can have up to 200, so might as well fill that up, right? And see what happens. Maybe as the game expands, we'll get to go on some raids or some battles. I'll be at Comic-Con in San Diego in a couple weeks, and I'll definitely be walking around, kind of playing there and checking things out. Hopefully I'll have some good reception on the cell phones. That's another con, is that if your reception is no bueno, it'll just kind of like knock you out of the game, and that's happened a few times as well. So thanks so much for watching CoinOpTV. Once again, if you're brand new, please subscribe, like, comment, favorite, thumbs up, bell icon, get a tattoo that says CoinOpTV, all that fun things. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.